Now, the Centre for Social Development in Africa at the University of Johannesburg has released the findings of its second survey on voting behaviour, titled The 2019 Elections, Socio-economic Performance and Voter Preferences. Our reporter Hitekani Magwedze has been there and joins us now in studio to unpack some of the details for us. Thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to the programme.
Thank you, Peter.
So this kind of survey at this time of the year is always going to be looked at quite closely. What is the overall picture that's been painted by what's come out in the report?
Well, Peter, the survey started in 2017, the first wave of the survey, and they spoke to about 3,000 or more, about 3,400 respondents who are across demographics, race, gender, employment and such. So really mapping out the picture of South Africa. And what they got from it was that last year, pre-2018, pre-Ramaphosa, the ANC looked like they were on a dramatic decline in terms of preference from voters. And of course, the introduction of Cyril Ramaphosa as the ANC, both as the ANC president and as the president of the country, was themed as Ramaphoria, that euphoria that people got of hope that things were going to get better. That wasn't just a wording or a theme as in a pie in the sky. According to the survey, it seems people actually believe that things are going to get better. People showed a lot more trust in President Ramaphosa and the ANC. This is, of course, despite the survey showing that there's a rise in terms of people thinking that corruption has risen, or the corruption is a lot more in the country. The survey shows that these are parallel. Although there's a rise in the trust in President Cyril Ramaphosa, there's also an understanding of the corruption and the revelations of corruption that are coming out.
Let me get this right. So what they're saying is that, look, we recognize that corruption is on the increase. We recognize that Cyril Ramaphosa was part of the cabinet in the preceding years to his becoming president. Sure. And yet, despite all of that, we do feel this Ramaphoric thing that he is the guy who is probably able to help us come out of this time in our country.
That's exactly it. I mean, the survey shows that although there is an understanding that Ramaphosa was there as deputy president, and there have been revelations of him and his son linked to questionable dealings, there is still hope that he's probably the best person to save the country.
All right, so what were some of the factors, big factors that came through in the report?
Yeah, so in terms of voter preference for which party voters look to, I think the provision of grants came out quite significantly. It looks like in 2017, about 14% of people were saying that they're going to make their vote dependent on which party will guarantee the vote, the grants. Now, in 2018, it shows that number has spiked up quite considerably to about 48%. So it seems that people are a lot more concerned about their well-being and a better life, and whatever party is able to guarantee that. Of course, currently it's the governing party.
Yeah, I
will
would
get
imagine
those
that
votes.
makes sense given the rise in unemployment, the number of people that literally are dependent on these social grants coming up. Could there be any surprises, do you think, in terms of who people vote for as a result of what you said?
Well, I don't know if these are surprises, or if people have been able to keep tabs on the political climate so far. The survey says, or predicted, that according to its numbers rather, it looks like the DA has lost a number of votes in terms of confidence with the May elections coming. But the EFF looks like it's picked up quite significantly, and we asked why this is, and the professor was talking about how it looks like the EFF has positioned itself as a party that is the voice for the frustrated. So there's a lot of frustration in the country, obviously because of an array of things, service delivery, corruption and such. So the EFF has personified that cry and the voice of the people who feel like they're voiceless.
All right, interesting. We're just days away, so we'll soon know exactly how close these surveys have been to what's going to happen at the polling booths. But thanks so much indeed, Hitekani, for keeping us up to date on that. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Peter.
All right, now we continue with looking at election issues.